a son and will chapter 7. A young woman who is will name him Immanuel. Or lazy Christian. I made a video and I said, Jesus Christ is too violent to be a peacemaker. In that section, is not about Jesus. So Jesus is even saying, you use your brain, not your. But so, you read. So today, I'm taking you through stuff who we are going to find out. Mary the young woman is already pregnant. Who is pregnant? Not a young who will be pregnant. Can you make pregnant? according to Luke, so this is Christian, okay? Luke chapter 2, verse 8. The verse number 8. Listen to what is being said here. In chapter 2, yeah. Verse 22. Luke chapter 2. Remember, purification, Jerusalem presenting to him. Very good. Luke chapter 2, verse 21. And when 8 days were accomplished for the circumcision of the child, his name was called Luke chapter 2, verse 21. And when 8 days were accomplished for the circumcision of the child, Jesus, which was the name of the angel before he was conceived in the womb. So Jesus Christ, his prophetic name is Jesus. And the name that was given to him after he was born is Jesus. But Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14 is not talking about Jesus. He's talking about Immanuel. He's talking about what? That the Immanuel is Jesus. If you say that, it means you are being okay. One then the Lord himself shall give you a sign, and young who is pregnant will have. Now, what is the meaning of the word Immanuel? Immanuel means the Lord is with us, and the Lord is. Who is this verse talking about? Isaiah chapter 7. I'm going to start from verse 1. I am saying that before you can understand Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. To study at least Isaiah chapter 7, Isaiah chapter 8, and Isaiah chapter 9. So today is Isaiah chapter 7. Christian, listen. A message for King Ahaz. A message for King Ahaz. So is it a message for the whole world or for King Ahaz alone? That is the title. This one, I'm not taking it from any Bible you see. A message for King Ahaz. This shows that Isaiah chapter 7 is a message to one king, to one person, not the entire world. This is another first thing to prompt you. If you are not a lazy Christian, you should have read Isaiah chapter 7. Just go and pick the verse 14. A message for King Ahaz, verse 1. When King Ahaz, okay, so the question is, what is the meaning of Ahaz? Jehoahaz. Ahaz is a shortcut of Jehoahaz. Y-E-H-O-A-H-A. And Ahaz at the end, A-H-A-Z. Ahaz means has held. So Jehoahaz means Yahweh has held or Jehovah has held. You need to understand this. The thing is a prophecy. So you need to understand every single word. Okay. So that is the meaning of Ahaz. So it is not a message for the entire world. No. Verse 1. When King Ahaz, the son of Jotham, and the grandson of Uzziah ruled Judah, war broke out. When Jesus Christ was born, was King Ahaz a ruler of Judah? No. At that time, Israel was conquered, and it is the Roman who were governing the land of Israel. So Jesus Christ, according to Luke, was born in the time of Emperor Quirinius. And according to Matthew, the same Jesus, according to Matthew, he was born in the time of King Herod. One same person. Contradiction, confusion, bazaar. Listen to the education, free education. So the time of this Immanuel, Isaiah 7:14, the person ruling Judah is called Ahaz. When King Ahaz, the ruled Judah, war broke out. I'm asking you a question again. When Jesus Christ was born, was there any war? So this also disproved the fact that and Pekah, son of Remaliah, king of Israel, attacked Jerusalem. Let me explain this to you. You know, in the time of King Solomon, according to the Bible, Solomon worshipped idol. So I think this is Solomon worshipped idol, and the kingdom, the land, and the nation Israel was divided into two, but not in his lifetime. In the time of Solomon's son called Rehoboam. So Israel, we have the northern kingdom, which is still called Israel, and the southern kingdom, which is called Judah. The capital now, the king of the northern kingdom, another king from Syria, they came together to come and attack Judah. Are you getting the story? Free education for lazy Christians. Let's continue. Were unable to capture it. Verse 2. When word reached the king of Judah, so who is the king of Judah? Ahaz. When word reached the king of Syria, were already in the territory of Israel, he and all his people were so terrified that they trembled, shaking in the winds. Verse 3. The Lord said to Isaiah, the Lord said to who? Isaiah. Please, in the time Jesus Christ was born, was Isaiah alive? No. So again, this proves that Isaiah 7:14 is not about Jesus. Isaiah chapter 7 verse 3. The Lord said to Isaiah, what is the meaning of Isaiah? Isaiah in Hebrew, Yeshayahu. What is the meaning of Isaiah? The Lord is here to save. That is the meaning of Isaiah. Isaiah in Hebrew, Yeshayahu, meaning the Lord is here to save. You don't understand it, eh? Okay. The Lord said to Isaiah, take your son, share your sheep. What is the meaning of share your sheep? Share your sheep means few shall return. So the Lord is here to save. With his son, few shall return, are going to meet Ahaz, which means Yahweh has held prophecy. Understand the thing. So the Lord said to Isaiah, take your son, share your sheep, and go to meet us. You will find him on the road where the cloth makers work, at the end of the dish that brings water from the upper pool. Tell him to keep alert, to stay calm, and not to be frightened or disturbed. The anger of King Rezin, Assyria, the anger of King Rezin and his Assyrian, and of the king Pekah. Pekah is the king of Israel. Israel is divided into two. If you read Ezekiel chapter 37, you will his Assyrian, and of king Pekah is no more dangerous than the smoke from with Israel, the northern kingdom, with Israel, and its king has made a plot. So Assyria made a plot to attack Judah, and Ahaz is the king of Judah. So this message is for the king of Judah who is going to be attacked. Understand the thing. This is free education. They intend to invade Judah, and Israel, the northern kingdom, intended to attack Judah. Okay. Terrify the people into going their side, and then put the son on the throne. Verse 7. But I, the Lord, declare that this will never happen. Verse 8. Why? Because Syria is no stronger than Damascus. Do you know Damascus is the capital town of Syria? Its capital city. And Damascus is no stronger than King Rezin. As for Israel, within 65 years, it will be too shattered to survive as a nation. Israel is no stronger than Samaria. So the capital town of Israel, capital town of Judah is Jerusalem. See, understand? Okay. Israel is no stronger than Samaria, its capital city, and Samaria is no stronger than King Pekah. But Ahaz, if your faith is not enduring, you will. They say, you, Ahaz, Assyria, and Israel, but before they fail, you, Ahaz, which means Yahweh has held. Yahweh has. You don't believe in the promise, the people will succeed. Is not enduring, you will not endure. Afi, verse 10, Isaiah, the topic is saying, the sign of Immanuel. Look at it. Can you see it? It is in the inverse, but please. The sign of. So you see that there's a conversation between Isaiah and Ahaz from Yahweh concerning the plot between Israel and Assyria against Judah. That is why Immanuel is coming into the conversation. So don't just go and pick the verse 14 and say, oh, it is about Jesus. Oh, I believe it is about Jesus. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 10. The Lord sent another message to Ahaz. What is the meaning of Ahaz? The Yahweh. 11. Ask the Lord your God to give you a sign. It can be from deep in the world of the, from high up in heaven. Why Ahaz must ask for a sign? Gideon didn't believe that, according to the Bible, Gideon didn't believe that he can win. I'm going to put this woolen outside. Let me talk about, let me say rain. Let it rain on the woolen alone. Let no rain fall outside the woolen. If that thing happens, I will know that you are with me and I can win. And according to the Bible, it was done. And Gideon said, that is not all. Now, God, let the rain fall around the woolen. None of them should fall onto the woolen. If it is done, I believe you are with me. And it's also done. Do you remember that story? It is a sign to be faithful. It is a sign that proves that truly what you are being told is going to be so. So, for Ahaz to believe that what he is being told will be so, they are asking him to ask for a sign that will prove that truly, Syria together with Israel will not be able to conquer Judah. Isaiah chapter 7 verse 11. Ask the Lord your God to give you a sign. It can be from deep in the well of the dead or from high up in heaven. Verse 12. Ahaz answered. It is about Ahaz. It's not for the whole world. Isaiah 7:14 say it is about. No, it is only for Ahaz. Isaiah 7 verse 12. Ahaz answered, Ahaz, I will not ask for a sign. I refuse to put the Lord to the test. Please, before Jesus Christ is to be born, was any king asked to ask for a sign? Was Jesus Christ born in the time of King Ahaz? Was Jesus Christ born in the time of Isaiah? Mary that gave birth to Jesus, was she born in the time of Isaiah? No. So these are evidence to prove that Isaiah 7:14 is not about Jesus. Everything has already happened. Namasan said there is a fuller fulfillment. Look at you. Let's continue. Verse 13. Verse 13. To that Isaiah replied, the king refused to ask for sign. So the prophet Isaiah, I say Isaiah means what? The Lord is here to save. Isaiah, Yeshayahu, the Lord is here to save. That is the meaning of the word Isaiah. Okay. So to that Isaiah replied, listen now, descendant of King David. It is bad enough for you to swear, it is bad enough for you all right. I think there's a guest, but we'll be picking him soon. There's a guest. Okay. We are getting closer to the chapter 4, to the verse 14. So be alert. Okay. The king has refused to ask for sign. So the prophet Isaiah is annoyed and he is speaking to the king. To that Isaiah replied, listen now, descendant of King David, it is bad enough for you to wear out the patience of people. Must you wear out God's patience too? Well then, the Lord himself will give you a sign. Do you understand? Now, do you understand the story? The king was given the opportunity to ask for sign. He says he will not ask. And he will not also believe. Remember, they told the king that if your faith is not enduring, you will not endure. So for your faith to endure, ask for a sign that will prove to you that truly Yahweh is going to help you in this trial moment. But the king refused to ask for a sign. So the prophet is talking to the king and told the king Ahaz that, well then, the Lord himself will give you a sign. So King Ahaz, whether you ask for sign or not, Yahweh himself is going to give you one. Now, do you understand Isaiah chapter 7 verse 14? Okay. Well then, the Lord himself will give you a sign. A young woman who is pregnant will have a son and will name him Immanuel. Please, according to the Bible, is the young woman already pregnant or he is going to be pregnant? In the time Isaiah was speaking to the king, the young woman was already pregnant, according to Good News Bible. According to King James, the young woman is about to be pregnant. According to the Tanakh, let me go into the Tanakh. Let me check this in the Tanakh. The Tanakh is the Israelite Bible, the Bible that the Israelites use. In that Bible, there's no New Testament, ladies and gentlemen. What is my Tanakh? It is here. Let me check that verse for you in the Tanakh, the Israelite Bible, and let's see what is also there. Isaiah 7, verse 14. You see? Now, back to the lesson. Am I reading from? Okay. Now, verse 14. So the king refused to ask for sign. The prophet is annoyed and is telling the king that, hey, King Ahaz, whether you ask for sign or not, the Lord, well then, the Lord himself will give you a sign. A young woman who is pregnant will have a son and will name him Immanuel. After verse 15, by the time he is old enough to make his own decision, people will be drinking milk and eating honey. Another version of the Bible will tell you that contradictions in the Bible. Another version of the Bible will tell you that by the time he is old enough to make his own decision, he will be, according to Ghana Good News Bible. You see, I am being fair to the Bible. I'm being fair to the Christian. So I am even teaching you how other versions say it. I have nothing to hide from you, and I have nothing to gain if I play mischief in this test. Okay. According to this particular version of the Bible, in the time the baby is born, people will be eating milk, will be eating honey and drinking milk. Or say then, by the time he's old enough to make his own decision, people will be drinking milk and eating honey. But another Bible will tell you that by the time he's old enough to make his own decision, he will be drinking milk and eating honey. Okay. Verse 16. Even before that time comes, the lands of those two kings who terrify you will be deserted. Who are the two kings? King Pekah from Israel and King Rezin from Assyria. These are the people trying to attack Judah. And the message is for the king of Judah, who is Ahaz. If you don't understand this, you will not understand Isaiah chapter 8. And if you don't understand Isaiah 7 and Isaiah 8, you will not understand Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. A king is born to act. So these are the trial moment of Israel before Isaiah chapter 9. I will just introduce Isaiah chapter 9 and I will explain the thing to you in the way. Verse 17. The Lord is going to bring on you, on your people, and on the whole royal family. So you see that the prophecy here, the story here, is not for the entire world. It's not for the whole world. It is only for Ahaz and the royal family, King David's descendants. The Lord is going to bring on you, on your people, and on the whole royal family days of trouble worse than any that have come since the kingdom of Israel separated from Judah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You see that I'm telling you that in the time of King Solomon, because he worshipped idol, 1 King chapter 11 and chapter 12, go and study that one. If you are a Christian, you want to understand the Bible, do not be lazy. So the kingdom, the nation Israel, was divided into two. The northern kingdom, which is still called Israel, and the southern kingdom, which is called Judah. And this story is about Syria plus Israel against Judah. Okay. So I said, Verse 17, Isaiah chapter 7, verse 17. It explains this one. The Lord is going to bring on you, on your people, and on the whole royal family days of trouble worse than any that have come since the kingdom of Israel separated from Judah. He is going to bring the king of Assyria. After verse 18. When that time comes, the Lord will crystal as a signal for the Egyptian to come like flies from the fat branches of the Nile, and for the Assyrian to come from their land like bees. They will swarm in the Rook Valley and in the caves in the rocks, and they will cover every thorn bush and every pasture. You see how Judah is going to suffer because King Ahaz refused to ask for a sign. You see how Judah is going to suffer because Ahaz refused to believe in God. I am an atheist, but I am teaching you what the Bible says. This doesn't mean that I believe in the story or whatever. But Christian, the Old Testament is a Jewish text. It is not for you. Wise up. Okay. When that time comes, which time? The time that Syria plus Israel will come and attack Judah. When that time comes, even if a farmer has been able to save only one young cow and 2 goats, they will give so much milk that he will have all the needs. Yes, the few survivors, there is a church called the Remnant. Their inspiration is from here. The survivors of the tribulation. So they are the remnant. After what then I say, free education. The few survivors left in the land will have milk and honey to eat. Why the few survivors will have honey and milk to eat? Because the majority of the people of Judah will be killed. And when the majorities are killed, the little food will be enough for those who remain or those who survive. Or you don't understand it. If you have one bread for 2 people, it will be enough for them as compared to one bread for 10 people, true or false. When that time comes, when that time comes, the fine vineyard and each with 1,000 wine and each worth 1,000 pieces of silver will be overgrown with thorns. The vineyards will be what? Overgrown with thorns. King Ahaz refused to ask for sign. King Ahaz refused to believe that he is going to win the battle. Let me take this part for you again. I had to keep on reminding you of here. If your faith is not enduring, you will not endure. Remember that statement. Isaiah chapter 7 verse 9. If your faith is not enduring, you will not endure. So King Ahaz's faith is not enduring. He will not endure. And if the king does not endure, the kingdom, the southern kingdom, Judah, will not also endure. Verse 21. Verse 23. When that time comes, the fine vineyard, each with 1,000 wine and each worth 1,000 pieces of silver, will be overgrown with thorns, bushes, and briars. Verse 24. People will go hunting there with bow and arrows. Yes, the whole country, the southern kingdom, Judah, the whole, what is that? Where am I? Okay, verse 24. People will go hunting there with bow and arrows. Yes, the whole country will be full of briars and thorn bushes. All the hills where crops used to grow will be so overgrown with thorns that no one will go there. It will be a place where cattle and sheep graze. I am done with Isaiah chapter 7, verse 40. The story I've just read from verse 1, Isaiah chapter 7, verse 1 to verse 25. What shows that this story is about Jesus Christ? Tell me. I read verse 1 to verse 13, and I read verse 14 and I read verse 15 to 25. Show me one single part of this story that shows that it is about Jesus Christ. You lazy Christians, free education for you. Free education for you. Now, Isaiah chapter 8, verse 1. I don't intend this lesson to be too long. Okay, let me introduce the verse 9. But if I do like that, I will not be doing justice to my followers. So I will take the verse 8. I don't want this lesson to be too long, but permit me to do that. No. Isaiah 8. Listen to this part. This is Isaiah chapter 8. I am done with Isaiah chapter 7. I read the verse 14. Have you heard anything about Jesus Christ? No. Isaiah chapter 8. Listen to this. The topic says, Isaiah's son as a sign to the people. Here it is. It is in the inverse order, but please, I crave your indulgence to take his ladder for me, okay? Isaiah's son as a sign to the people. The Lord said to me, the Lord said to me. So the mean stand for who? The mean stand for who? Isaiah. Because the book of Isaiah is written by Isaiah. So when you hear me, it is about the prophet himself. And I say Isaiah means what? Isaiah in Hebrew means what? Isaiah in Hebrew is Yeshayahu. And Yeshayahu means the Lord is here to save. And Isaiah already has a son who is called Shear-Yashib. Shear-Yashib means what? Few shall return. So you can hear that they are talking about the survivor in the tribe of Judah in Isaiah chapter 7. We are in Isaiah chapter 8. All right. The Lord said to me, take a large piece of writing material and write on it in the large letters. Quick look, fast splendor. Here. Asasi swasadie, a haroso fem. My tree is not good. Asasi so sadie, a haroso fem. Quick look, fast splendor. You see, you think these things are just words in the Bible? You need to understand them. This is text commentary. This is the pure literature. Quick look, fast splendor. Who look at what quickly? And who plunders what is a question. Quick look, fast splendor. Who look at what quickly? And who plunders what? The Assyrian and the Israelite will plunder Judah. Are you getting the story? We are getting toward Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6. We are moving towards that. And to explain Isaiah chapter 9, I will take a verse from Chronicles. You will clap. When I'm teaching, I'm explaining. I've already disproved that Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6 is not about Jesus. And who is it about? To teach that you will clap. Okay, take your time. This is truth telling time. Brain at work. All right. Quick look, fast splendor. So according to Isaiah, God asked him to take a writing material and write on it in bold character, in bold letter. Quick look, fast splendor. Get two reliable men, the priest Uriah and Zachariah, son of Jeberechiah, to serve as witness. So they want a witness for this thing. Why there should be a witness? You see, in the Old Testament, something is happening and they want a witness. Mary was pregnant. Mary says, it is the angel who came and overshadowed me. No witness. No witness. Jesus said, I and my Father are one. Who is a witness to that? Jesus said, before Abraham was born, I was. Who is a witness to that? The Bible says Satan took Jesus into the desert to be tempted. Who is the witness? Who is the witness? But here in the Old Testament, in the Jewish text, This doesn't mean I believe in the story, but I am only proving to you that what Christian believe is different from what is in the Bible. Ladies and gentlemen, share this video. Share it. Keep on sharing it. Let's move on. Get 2 reliable men, the priest Uriah and Zachariah, son of Jerebekiah, to serve as witness. Verse 3. Sometimes later, we are living after the past, we'll be moving into the future. Sometime later, my wife became pregnant. My wife, whose wife? The prophet Isaiah. They say right on the thing, quick look, fast splendor. And my wife became pregnant. What happens? When our son was born, the Lord said to me, name him quick look, fast splendor. There was a prophecy about Immanuel. Ahaz didn't believe in that prophecy. So the story of Immanuel, who is a sign of victory, that Immanuel is going to be born only to serve as a sign of victory to Ahaz and the southern kingdom, which is Judah. That Immanuel is not going to be born to come and save the whole world. That Immanuel is not going to be born to be crucified and use his blood to atone for the world. No. Capital no. That Immanuel was supposed to be born only to serve as a sign of victory. Our lack of knowledge, my people perish. Let's continue. So the story about Immanuel is now at one side. We are moving on to the story of another child. So if Immanuel, which is the sign of victory, the king refused to believe in that, and that child was not born, then another child will be born, which will be a sign of defeat. Are you getting the story? Christians, lazy Christians, study the Bible with your brain. I always tell, the other time I and the pastor were having a conversation, and I gave him sincere advice that do not read the Bible. Do not read or study the Bible looking for fact to support your belief. Read the Bible looking for fact to cross-check your belief. You've already believed it. Now, when you are reading the Bible, try to look for things that will support your belief. Not, you get that? So, Immanuel was not born. We are done with that one. We are now with what? Quick look, fast splendor. Sometime later, Isaiah chapter 8, verse 3. Sometime later, my wife became pregnant. When our son was born, whose son? The son of Isaiah and his wife. When our son was born, the Lord said to me, name him quick look, fast splendor. Already he was told to have that one aside. And now a child who is to be named quick look, fast splendor is born. Please, ladies and gentlemen, TTT Brain at Work, as you are watching this video, please subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment it. Keep your comment coming, okay? Keep your comment coming. Keep your comment coming. Share it, subscribe, comment, like it for me, please. It's not easy. It's not easy. These teachings are between. I have a lot of enemies and opponents over there. I don't care. I will continue to speak out the truth. TTT, Brain at Work, Brain at Work. The Lord said to me, name him quick look, fast splendor. Before the boy is old enough to say mommy and daddy, all the wealth of Damascus and all the loot of Samaria will be carried off by the king of Assyria. What you say? Before Isaiah's son, who is quick look, fast splendor, before that child will be old enough to say, mommy, daddy, I will eat yogurt, I will drink, mommy, I want food. Before that child will be old enough to say these things, the southern kingdom, which is Judah, will be looted. That's what the Bible is saying. Before the boy is old enough to say mommy and daddy, all the wealth of Damascus and all the loot of Samaria will be carried off by the king of Assyria. So Israel, the northern kingdom, and the Assyria came to loot Judah. So Assyria is taking its own away. Israel will not be able to take its own away, because Israel was once upon a time it is one land, just like South Korea and North Korea, South America, North America. Whether South or North, it is America. True of us. Whether South or North, it is America. So whether Northern Kingdom, Israel, or Southern Kingdom, Judah, it is the same Israel. So Assyria will be able to take its loot away. Share this video. Let it reach a large number of people. Will be carried to Syria. Now, the emperor of Assyria is coming. Verse 5. The Lord spoke to me again. Who is that me? Isaiah. And Isaiah means tap it. If you remember the meaning of Isaiah, the Lord is here to save. You can check it, but check it in Hebrew. Yeshayahu. You will get it. The Lord spoke to me again. He said, because these people have rejected the quiet waters from the brooks of Shiloh. Where is Shiloh? And who are the people who rejected the quiet water from the brook of Shiloh? It is Ahaz and the royal family, the descendant of King David. They have done that. So the entire southern kingdom, Judah, is going to suffer. We've already introduced that in the chapter 7. The same thing is repeated in the chapter 8. You will understand why Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6 is saying that a son is born unto us, a son is given to us. His name shall this is. Let me take that part. You will understand this one when we reach there. You see, the topic here says what? The future king. This is Isaiah chapter 9. The future king. So if the verse 6 is talking about a child is born to us, even this one, it is not simple present tense. A child is born. It's not simple present tense. A child is born to us. Who is the one speaking? Isaiah. In the time of Isaiah, the child in Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6 is already born. Was Jesus Christ born in the time of Isaiah? No. Why can't you accept this clear evidence? Let's move back to the chapter 8. We are coming to the Isaiah chapter 9. This is the pure class you have come. No payment of fee. Let's just learn, okay? The Lord spoke to me again. He said, because these people have rejected the quiet waters from the brooks of Shiloh and trembled before Rezin. Who is King Rezin? Is the king of Syria. Because the people of Judah have trembled before King Rezin and King Pekah. Who is King Pekah? Pekah is the king of the northern kingdom, Israel. Because these people have trembled before these two kings, I, the Lord, will bring the emperor of Assyria and all his forces to attack Judah. Are you getting it? We are coming to Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6. Are you getting it? Are you getting me? Oh, are you getting me? Oh, are you getting me? You see, truth-telling time, brain at work. Be part of this journey, okay? Be part of this journey. Show appreciation by liking this video, please. Show appreciation by liking this video for me, okay? And subscribe as well. I, the Lord, will bring the emperor of Syria, and all his force to attack Judah. They will advance like the flood waters of the river Euphrates, overflowing all its banks. They will whip through Judah in a flood, rising shoulder high and covering everything. God is with us. God is with us. What is God is with us? Immanuel. Other verses will say, oh, Immanuel. Oh, Immanuel. Because they didn't believe in the sign. Because Ahaz, the king of Judah, disbelieved. You remember, they say, if your faith is not enduring, you will not endure. Isaiah chapter 7, verse 9. If your faith is not enduring, you will not endure. I am a teacher. So you see the way I'm teaching the things systematically and methodologically. C'est comme ça, moi, j'enseigne mes enfants. D'accord? Merci beaucoup. Merci. God is with us. And God is with us means what? Immanuel. Immanuel. His outspread wing protect the land. Verse 9. It is verse long? Oh, it's not long. We are almost at Isaiah chapter 9. Say, yay! We are almost there. We are almost there. God is that. The Lord wants the prophet. Now, this is a warning to King Isaiah. With his great power, the Lord warned me not to follow the path which the people were following. So God warned Isaiah not to follow King Ahaz or the people of Judah, especially King Ahaz or the royal family of King David. Isaiah, the Lord is yet to save, was warned not to follow in the footsteps of what Yahweh has held, which is Ahaz. Okay. The Lord warned the prophet. With his great power, the Lord warned me not to follow the path which the people were following. He said, verse 12, Isaiah chapter 8, verse 12, do not join in the scheme of the people and do not be afraid of the things that they fear. Remember that I, the Lord Almighty, am holy. I am the one you must fear. So don't fear Pekah, king of Israel, and don't fear Rezin, king of Assyria. No, fear me, the Lord. Okay. Verse 14. Because of my awesome holiness, I am like a stone that people stumble over. I am like a trap that will catch the people of the kingdoms of Judah. Theo, I am like a trap that will catch the people of the kingdoms of Judah and Israel and the people of Jerusalem. You see that Judah is mentioned twice. He mentioned Judah and he mentioned Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the capital city of Judah. Why he didn't mention Samaria as part of Israel? Because the story here is mainly about what? The southern kingdom, which is Judah. Many will stumble. They will fall and be crushed. They will be caught in a trap. Okay. Warning against consulting the dead. Do we need that part? But I don't want to jump any punctuation. So let's take it. We are almost at Isaiah chapter 9. Okay. Warning against consulting the dead. You, my disciples, are to guard and preserve the messages that God has given me. So prophet is not talking to other people. The Lord has hidden himself from his people, but I trust him and place my hope in him. Listen to this. Isaiah is saying that God has hidden himself from the people of Judah. But as for him, Isaiah, he still trusts God that God can still change the situation. We are heading towards Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. Here I am with the children of the Lord has given me. The Lord Almighty, whose throne is on Mount Zion, has sent us living messages to the people of Israel. Verse 19. But the people will tell you to ask for messages from fortune tellers and mediums. That is what King Ahaz has been doing. There's difference between Ahaz, A-H-A-Z, and Ahab. We are here talking about King Ahaz. All right. But people will tell you to ask messages from the fortune tellers and the mediums who trip and neuter. They will say, after all, people should ask for messages from the spirit and consult the dead on behalf of the living. Verse 20. You are to answer them, listen to what the Lord is teaching you. Don't listen to mediums. What they tell you cannot keep troubles away. Now, the last part, a time of trouble Why Isaiah was happy about the birth of the child in Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. It starts from here, a time of trouble. The people will wander through the land, discouraged and hungry. In their hunger and their anger, they will curse their king and their God. Who is the king of Judah at the time? King Ahaz. So if the people are suffering, they will curse the king. And who is the king? It is the same king who in Isaiah chapter 7 refused to ask for sign. It is the same king who refused to believe in the sign of Immanuel. And that king was told, if your faith is not enduring, you will not endure. So if the king does not believe and the king and the people suffer, they will curse the king. The people will wander through the land, discouraged and hungry. Their hunger and their anger will curse their king and their God. They may look up to the sky or stare at the ground, but they will see nothing but trouble and darkness, terrifying darkness into which they are being driven. We are done with Isaiah chapter 8. You see, in less than 1 hour, we have studied 2 chapters. And Christians refuse to do this. They'll just go and pick Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14 and say it is about Jesus. In less than 1 hour, we have read, we have studied 2 chapters, and we understood it. Now, let me introduce the Isaiah chapter 9. Okay? And that's it. Thank you. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 1. There will be no way for them to escape from this time of trouble. You see that Isaiah chapter 9, verse 1 is talking about what Isaiah chapter 8 is already saying. So it is the continuation. Remember, long ago, the Bible was without chapters. Okay, so it is one story. It is the Roman, in the time of Papal Rome, in the time of the Roman Empire, that chapters were introduced to these things. So you cannot just go and pick Isaiah chapter 9. You say you understand it better than me, who have studied the whole book of Isaiah. How dare you? I have studied the whole Bible. I have studied the whole book of Isaiah on my own and with the Jews. Do you know Rabbi Mizraki? Do you know Moshe Perez? You don't know? Ask Avram B. Moshe, my dad. Yeah, I was Avram B. Moshe's assistant pastor. I had his branch in Winnipeg. Cesar Dakoba. Okay. So if you see my teaching in Abraham, you say, so why these people? It is a father and son affair. Let's continue. There will be Isaiah chapter 9, verse 1. There will be no way for them to escape from this time of trouble. Have a look at this. The future king. Please. Have you seen it? The future king. I'm asking you this question. We are learning. We've studied Isaiah chapter 7. Who was the king there? King Ahaz. Ahaz. Thank you, Desmond. Thank you, Desmond. Please do share the video, like it, comment, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Wow, you have been a great job. Thank you, Desmond Mahama. I see that. Thank you very much. They say what? The future king. So already the people of Judah, they have a king. Who is the name of that king? Sorry, not who is the name. What is the name of that king? The king is called Ahaz. Ahaz is the one ruling Judah. And Isaiah chapter 9 is talking about the future king. The future king. Remember, Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6 is saying what? He's saying what? He's saying what? He will be our ruler. Prophecy. He will be our ruler. He will be our ruler. The topic says the future king. Verse 6 is saying he will be our ruler. I say, oh, are you understanding the thing now? 1 hour. This is 1 hour. We study Isaiah chapter 7. We study Isaiah chapter 8. We are now with chapter 9. Why is it so difficult for Christians to study than to just believe? Let's continue. I'm not here to condemn anybody. I'm only calling upon my people to wise up. Okay? The future king. Afetio. The land of the tribe of Zebulun and Naphtali was once disgraced, but the future will bring Hannah to this region. From the Mediterranean eastward to the land on the other side of the Jordan, and even to Galilee itself, where the foreigners live, the people who walk in darkness. Do you remember Isaiah chapter 8 talk about darkness? Let me take that one for you. Isaiah chapter 8 talk about darkness, and the same darkness is being spoken about here. So you cannot just jump to one verse and say that you understand the thing better than me, who study it all. It is impossible. I've studied. Me, I don't read the Bible, I studied. Okay? Isaiah chapter 8 verse 22. Listen to this. Or stare at the ground, but they will see nothing but trouble and darkness, terrifying darkness into which they are being driven or driven, if I should say my English. Me, I'm a French person, okay? So the English I'm speaking, take it like that from me, please. I'm a French person, and guys understand. Isaiah chapter 8 verse 22. Or stare at the ground, but they will see nothing but troubles and darkness, terrifying darkness into which they are being driven. Darkness, put it in your head. Now, Isaiah chapter 9, you see that he's also speaking about darkness. Isaiah chapter 9 verse 2. The people who walk in darkness. Who are the people who walk in darkness? The people of Judah. The southern kingdom. The people of Judah who walk in darkness. The people who walk in darkness have seen a great light. They live in the land of shadow, but now light is shining on them. As at the time they are speaking, the child they are talking about in Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6 is already born. So Isaiah is describing the child. The child will be a king. Jesus has never been a king. Let me prove to you that Jesus has never been a king. We will come back to this. John, is it chapter 7 or chapter 6? Where Jesus fed the people with 5 bread and 2 fish. It will be chapter 6. John 6. John 6, verse 14. If it's not 6, it will be 5. Let me show you that Jesus Christ, people wanted to make him king, but he ran away. So Jesus is not a king. Stop that believer. But say, let the book speak. John 5:14. Away. Afterward, Jesus found him in the temple and said unto him, behold, no. So John 6, verse 14. Very good. John chapter 6, verse 14. Let me see if I can introduce the story. After these things, Jesus went to the mountain. John chapter 6, verse 3. And Jesus went up to a mountain, and there he sat with his disciples, and Passover, a feast of the Jews, was night. When Jesus then lifted up his eye, he saw a great company came unto him. He said unto Philip, whence shall we buy bread that this may eat? Now Jesus fed them. Verse 10, John chapter 6, verse 10. And Jesus said, make them sit down. Now there was much grass in the place. So the men sat down in number about 5,000. Verse 11. And Jesus took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he distributed to the disciples, and the disciples to them that were set down, and likewise of the fishes as much as they would. Verse 12. When they were filled, he said unto his disciples, gather up the fragment that remain, that nothing be lost. Verse 13. Verse 13. Therefore, they gathered them together and filled 12 baskets with the fragment of the 5 barley loaf, which remained over and above unto them that had eaten. Verse 14. Verse 14. John chapter 6, verse 14. When those men, then those men, when they had seen the miracle that Jesus did, said, this is of the truth that prophet that should come into the world. When Jesus, therefore, verse 15, when Jesus therefore perceived that they will come and take him by force to make him a king, he departed again into the mountain himself. Is Jesus a king? Is Jesus a king? Jesus realized that people are coming to make him king, and he ran away. And also, Jesus, your henio, oh yeah, henio, oh yeah, henio is a king. You know what I'm saying? King, a lion of the DNA of Judah. You don't know what you're talking about. Listen to the Bible. Let the Bible speak. Let the Bible speak. Is it not surprising that me, 8 years, I am the one teaching you the Bible like this? Is it not surprising? The future king. No, this is Isaiah. I want chapter 9. Voilà. Je suis là. So on the, so we are saying the people who walk in the darkness have seen a great light. They live in a land of shadow, but now light is shining on them. You have given them great joy, Lord. You have made them happy. The people who were cursing God, the Bible is saying that they rejoice with what you have done, what God has done. God has given them a new baby boy who is going to be a king of righteousness. Do you want me to mention the name of that child? I will mention it, don't worry. They rejoice with what you have done, as people rejoice when they harvest their corn or when they divide captures wealth. Verse 4, Isaiah chapter 9, verse 4. For you have broken the yoke that burdened them. What is the yoke that burdened the people of Judah? Is King Ahaz. Ahaz is the yoke. Ahaz is the burden of the people. If Ahaz has believed, Isaiah 7 and 9, if your faith is not enduring, you will not endure. If Ahaz had faith in the sign of Immanuel, the people will not suffer that way. So Isaiah chapter 9 verse 4 is saying so. For you have broken the yoke that burdened them and the rod that beat their shoulders. You have defeated the nation that oppressed and exploited your people, just as you defeated the army of Midian long ago. Verse 5. We are getting to the verse 6. Are you there? Are you there? Thank you. Verse 5. The boot of the invading army and all their bloodstained clothing will be destroyed by fire. Verse 6. Let me see. Start liking this video. We are at verse 6. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. Start liking this video. Start sharing. Keep your comment coming. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. A child is born to us. A son is given to us. He will be our ruler. He will be called. Remember, it is he will be called. He is not. He is not. He will be called. When my father and my mother gave birth to me, they gave me the name David. Yeah? They gave me David. So my Christian name then is David. Am I the King David or I am called David? Some people, do you know there's a famous musician in Ghana called Stone Boy Bim. Does that mean that a Stone Boy, his father is a stone? Are you saying he's the parent of Bim nation president? Are you saying that his parents are stones? No, it is just the name. People are called God's way. God's way. Does that mean that if you step on them, you will go to God? No. So listen to it carefully. He will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God. So the child they are talking about here, the child is not a God. He is going to be called Mighty God, but he is not God. Arsenal striker, FC Arsenal in London, in the UK, their number 9 shirted jersey, whether it's called Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Jesus, is he Jesus Christ? How can he be Jesus and at the same time Gabriel? Gabriel is an angel. Jesus, according to the Bible, is the Son of God. But Arsenal's striker is called what? Gabriel Jesus. He is called Gabriel. He's also called Jesus. Is he Jesus? No. Is he Gabriel? No. He is called. Are you getting the thing? Are you getting me? Oh, are you getting me? Oh, are you getting me? Are you getting me? My papa bore me. Let's continue. He will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Eternal Father. That doesn't mean that the child will not die because of the word eternal here. No, the person, the future king they're talking about here, he is called what? Eternal Father. It doesn't mean the person will live forever. No, these are the words Christians don't understand, and they think it's about Jesus. You don't understand some programmer. He will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Eternal Father, Prince of Peace. Prince of Peace. Now, let me explain this one. They say what? A child is born to us. In the time as I was speaking, we are having my next episode. I will be telling you who exactly they are talking about in Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. But for your information, a child is born to us. At that moment, Isaiah was speaking, Jesus was not born. A son is given to us. At the moment Isaiah was speaking, Jesus was not given. He will be our ruler. Jesus has never ruled Israel or Judah. I know Christians will say and tell me that it is spiritual thing they're talking about. You are the only people who know about spirit. All right, bring that to work. So, ladies and gentlemen, me the one talking, my telephone number is 054 123 2463. Subscribe to our channel, like this video, share it. I'm having network challenge. I will come again, and in the next episode, I will tell you who Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6 is talking about, who the future king is. Truth-telling time, brain at work. Brain at work. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for being on this show from the beginning till now. We will meet again in another episode. TTT, brain at work. Merci beaucoup d'avoir suivi cette leçon dès le commencement jusqu'alors. Rendez-vous dans l'épisode à venir. Au revoir. Au revoir. In the next episode, we will talk about who this verse Isaiah 9:6 is actually talking about. I know the person by name, and I'll prove it for you to understand. Okay, thank you very much. Let's meet again.